Well, after Black Friday and Cyber Monday, we now have Giving Tuesday. And this is a day really designed to focus on spending on donations to charitable organizations.
Last year, though, Americans gave less than the year before. Giving USA reports that giving dropped 10.5% last year. It was only the fourth time in 40 years that charitable giving didn't increase year to year.
Spectrum News 13's Jeff Allen, he is joining us live tonight from downtown Orlando. So Jeff, head of a local nonprofit you spoke with, they say the drop in giving is really coming at a pretty bad time when they're seeing more requests for help.
The founder of Service and Love Together, or SALT Outreach, says on one hand they're seeing those fewer donations, but then they're also getting a higher demand from people who are really having trouble keeping an affordable place to live, many of them homeless. So he's hoping Giving Tuesday will give them the financial boost they need. Paula M. Johnson says after her landlord evicted her, leaving her homeless, she had no family to turn to. She says her closest relative, her brother, was killed in a car crash.
I don't feel like I would have been on the street if he would have been here. I'm certain of it. I would go inside to take my shower.
Johnson spent the last 5 months, part of that during the sweltering hot summer, living on the streets of Orlando. She says she's never liked asking for help, but she eventually sought help from SALT Outreach, which gave her a place to shower, do laundry, and just recently helped her find a new home.
I would think about my parents. They would tell me, you know, if you have to ask, ask. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. And that's what I would do. I mean, I would break down and say, I need your guys' help, and they would write letters. I mean, big time write letters.
But SALT is now in need of some of its own help. Founder Eric Camarillo says this past year they've seen an increase in people seeking their services.
We've seen a rise in seniors, a rise in young adults and youth. We've seen a rise in single moms. They just can't keep up with the rising cost of living, the rising cost of rent.
But Camarillo says they're not bringing in as much money to meet the need.
People have less disposable income or income that they are allotting to giving, and we're seeing that. And you know, with the increased demand for our services, you know, it's hard to keep up.
Camarillo says due to the financial crunch, they've had to reduce their service time by 1 hour each day, making it harder to serve as many people like Johnson. But they're hoping the decrease in donations won't last. Thanks to SALT Outreach, Johnson says for the first time in a long time, she's thankful to have a place to call home.
I'll tell you what, I looked up to the Lord and I said, thank you, Lord.
And SALT's founder tells me that because he's a smaller nonprofit, he really doesn't have the budget to do a year-long fundraising campaign like some bigger nonprofit organizations. So he says that makes tomorrow, Giving Tuesday, all the more important. He's hoping it'll help him get back on better financial footing with hopefully more donations, he's hoping. Reporting live in downtown Orlando, Jeff Allen, Spectrum News.